Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chips and Talk. Grab a snack. Let's chat. This is episode 49. Almost the big 5-0. Can you believe that? It's insane. It's redonkulous. But yes, of course, I'm your host, Super Jesus Jackson, coming at you live from the studio, which is my room, through Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, Super Jesus Jackson. Whichever way you're listening, thank you so much. Leave a comment down below. Leave a rating. Really helps a ton. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. God, love me. But yes, thank you again for being here. No snack for me today. I just recently ate. I went to the gym, got some Jersey Mike's, and I came back home and just ate it all up. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some space for, a dessert or something. And I didn't have any space for that. I mean, I technically could eat it, but I don't want to do that to myself because I feel like I'm going to be in bad shape if I do this. So, and excuse any noise you hear from my mom. She's listening to some rather, I don't know, maybe a soap opera of some sorts or some TV show. I have no idea. I have no idea what my mother does. But yeah, it's that thing where you eat and, you know what they say where like you have to moderate the amount of food that you eat because, it's very easy to just eat a lot because you feel like you still have space left in you. And then shortly after, or a little bit after, you're like, that was a bad idea. Your stomach is like, yeah, man, like, like, come on, like, maybe it seemed like there was more space here, but really, I don't know what it is. Does the food like just get bigger, over time? I have no idea what goes on, but, I guess it takes some time for your stomach to sort of settle in and accept all the food that you just had. And then your stomach is really then expressing its discomfort, an hour or 30 minutes later. So I ate the sandwich and I felt satisfied. And I could stuff a dessert in my mouth and in my stomach, but I don't think I want to do that, like I said, because I just don't want to play with that, especially because it's currently Saturday, December 3rd, 10:50 p.m. And I'm going to go to sleep, rather late. I'm not going to go to sleep just immediately right now, but I'm really going off on this. But it's a very important thing, I feel like a lot of people understand what I'm saying. And so, yeah, at the end of the day, it's better for you to probably just eat to a point where you feel like you could eat more, but, like you're good. That's the sweet spot, because, if you go over that, but the problem is that most of the time when I overeat, like, I feel like it fits. Like, I feel like I could just keep going and going and going and going. And that's the problem, is that you don't really start feeling anything until it's too late. So I have to do better with that. But, so there's that. So I'm sorry, there's no snack today. No snack. I thought I was able to do it, but I guess not. What else? It's an exciting night, I guess. I got a lot of stuff done today, because yesterday was just not good. Last night, I went to sleep at 8 o'clock, and then I woke up at like 9 in the morning today. Like 13 hours of sleep? Man, I don't know what it was. I think my body was just tired. My body was just over it. Because I wanted to do some work Friday night yesterday, but I was like, my body was just like, no, you're not doing anything. And it wasn't even like I was like sleepy. I just was mentally tired. And then I think my body just followed suit. And then I just knocked out and I woke up at 9. I mean, I woke up intermittently throughout the night, but I said, fuck it. I didn't even brush my teeth, which is disgusting, by the way. I'm sure you've done that, where you just like, you don't even brush your teeth. You just go immediately to bed, and then you regret it. Yeah, it was kind of like that. I woke up and my mouth was stuck. I couldn't even move it. I had to get like a plier and really stick it in my mouth so I could open it because it was so groggy and swampy in there. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was not good. It wasn't good. But on the flip side, I got a lot done today. I got a lot done. I'm pretty satisfied with what I did today. I have more stuff to do tomorrow, but I mean, hey, and I'm doing something that I need to do right now, right? But I'm excited because after I upload this video, which actually reminds me, a YouTube update. So you will not be getting a YouTube video uploaded this podcast on Sunday, which is tomorrow, December 4th, because you will get a West Side Story reaction and analysis. I react and analyze the prologue of the movie. This is the 1961 version. I'm really excited for that video. It's really cool. I don't really suspect it'll do very well, just in terms of viewership or whatnot. I just did it. It was a change up, and it's been a while since I've talked about a film on the channel. I've been busy with Charlie Puth and Michael Jackson, so it's nice to kind of flip it and kind of do something on film. I have more stuff that I want to do on film, but it's just like, I don't know. I think the music thing is so easy for it to be just kind of relevant. The Michael Jackson stuff has been garnering good views, which I appreciate your viewership. The Charlie Puth stuff as well has been garnering good views, which reminds me, I did recently put out a Thriller 40 kind of retrospective analysis video and review of the album. That was a 37-minute long video. I think that's the longest video that I've done on this channel, and man, it was big. It took a long time. It took me a little bit longer than a week to put it out. And also my editor right now is on vacation, so it was, double whammy. But I got it out, which is really good, honestly. I'm really happy with it. I thought it was great. It's not getting the views that I thought it was going to get, or at least the views that I, would have been decent, I guess. Although decent for me is 100 views at least, given my subscriber base and everything. And I'm pretty, honestly, I mean, I'm pleased, obviously, but, given the fact that other MJ videos have gotten more than at least 500, this one's kind of lagging behind, but it's all right. I mean, it's a 37-minute long video. Probably a lot of people look at the runtime and they're like, screw this, I'm not doing this. But for those of you who are the hardcore, fans, you watch that video, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, maybe it'll be one of those that'll just, creep up, and slowly garner more views over time. Although there's plenty of videos that I've done that has not happened, and also plenty of videos that has happened to them. So who knows? I don't know. I'm proud of the video. When I talk about Michael Jackson, it's just easy to go overboard with it. But which I guess also I'll point out the Chips and Talk videos. For some reason, the last two that I've done video-wise have garnered more than 25 views each, which is insane, like, for me, because usually when I put out these videos, they get like 20 views, 15 views, max, anything more than that, especially the latest one got has like 40 views, which is like crazy. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a little bit of kind of like some of the viewers that subscribed from the Michael Jackson Beat It reaction and analysis video, and just kind of the Charlie Puth coverage that I've been doing. And so I don't know if it's you guys. Thank you guys so much. I hope you stay. I've never really had that rise in viewership for my Chips and Talk videos. Like they've basically always been either like 9 or like 20 max or something like that. 22, so hopefully it'll continue. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Whatever. Yeah, unfortunately you won't be getting a video tomorrow, but you will be getting the video version of this podcast. Unless you already subscribe to my Apple or Spotify RSS feed, of course, you will get this tomorrow, Sunday at 9 a.m., like usual. But the video version will go up probably on Tuesday, just to kind of spread out the videos that I've been doing. Although there's plenty of people that upload like daily, which I am nowhere near at that point. I don't know how people do that. Obviously, probably because they don't have like a full-time job or something. But there's that. But yeah, you're gonna get that West Side Story video tomorrow at 9. It's a good 20 minute long video. Obviously, because I put out one video a week. I used to put out 2 when I worked like slightly more than part-time. And I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Back then I had like deadlines on myself, and I would occasionally work until 3 a.m. just to get a video up. It was insane. I mean, and I did that for probably a year and a half. I'm not sure. I did that for a long time. I mean, at first I did, I did a good 1 video a week, and then I transitioned to 2 videos a week. I would do like a song video, and then like a video about music, and then I would do film and stuff like that. I did that. That was, but once I got, my full-time job again, and that was tough, and then having a girlfriend takes time. Sorry, babe. I know you listen to my podcast, but it's true. And there's stuff that I want to do, like I want to play, which I've been playing God of War Ragnarok. I've been enjoying that. I finally put 10 hours into the thing. I've been trying to put like an hour and a half every night or something like that, which is like nothing to what I used to be able to do, but that's something for me. But right now I'm God of War Ragnarokified right now. I'm actually gonna probably after I upload this or whatnot, I'm gonna watch a movie, probably Deadpool, 4K Deadpool. I never watched. God, you see how I'm jumping through all these topics? This is how my brain works. But yeah, Deadpool, I never watched it. Obviously, I heard good things about it. It was all the hype. But I particularly didn't want to, I don't know. I'm a hipster, as you know me. So, a lot of people liked the character of Deadpool. And I just didn't want to get on the bandwagon because I wanted to be that guy, right? But of course, I like the character. I think he's funny. Certain bits that I've seen from the character, yeah, very entertaining. And but part of the reason is because also it was made by Fox, 20th Century Fox, that is, which is now owned by Disney. But at the time, this was purely Fox, and these were the people behind the X-Men franchise, which I particularly love. So it wasn't really Marvel Studios, which I'm usually not a huge fan of. Not that I'm hating or anything. I'm just not. I just really haven't watched those films, and I haven't watched. I'm not really into Marvel comics entirely as much as I am like DC and DC lore and superheroes and all that. So, but I do want to do that one day. Like I legitimately do want to buy like all the Marvel movies or whatever, or stream them probably. I don't want to buy something that I wouldn't like, or that maybe I wouldn't like. But I'd like to stream them. I'd like to watch them all from the way that from the beginning all the way until Endgame or whatever. Like I'd love to do that, just to kind of really get a taste of what that universe is, because I just really watched some sporadically. I didn't really know what tied with what, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm excited to watch Deadpool. If I'm even awake, I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I worked out like 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago at this point. So, and I have been working a lot, been staring at a computer most of the day. So, but I also watched Alvin and the Chipmunks yesterday, which is the quintessential Christmas movie, of course. That was a joke, but it's a thing where like that was a movie I watched when I was a kid. And watching some scenes just definitely made my day. And I don't know, it's a fun, entertaining movie, I guess. I mean, as an adult, it's not as entertaining. I will say there's a lot of it that's really cringe and like bad cringe. Like it's just bad writing, like legitimately. Like it'll be like where a character will like do something. Like it literally happens in the first like, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes of the movie. Like the character Dave Seville, like he wakes up and he's like, I'm awake. Which is like, I mean, that's funny. That's a pass. And then he looks at his watch and he's like, I'm late. And it's like, does anyone really say that? Like no one says that. Like, when someone's late, like they just say, fuck, like, God damn it. And you might think of it in your head, but you don't like say it, like, and so it's one of those things. It's very similar to what's happening right now with a video game called Forspoken. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and it's going to come out next year around February. And the main character, there's this whole meme that just went around this character, because in the trailer, this character has superpowers, and like she ends up saying like, "Oh my God, did I move that with my mind?" Like she does the thing and then she says that, and it's like no one would ever say that. Like, now granted, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I would, like, if I think a lot of people would. Are you kidding me? Like, if you could do that in real life, like, you would be like, "Oh my God, did I just do that?" But at the same time, I understand that the actual words that are that dialogue, you know, it's a little on the nose for sure. I totally get it. I mean, I feel like I could go either way, but maybe I'm being a little bit too generous. Maybe not. It's kind of what's happening too with Shazam 2. I think in the trailer, like, he throws like a car to a dragon or whatever, and he's like, "Did I just throw like a car to the dragon's mouth? I love my job." You know, like, or just something like that, just explaining what you just did. Like, it's kind of just too on the nose, and like no one does that. So it's interesting. But yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks has that dialogue like kind of sprinkled all the way through it. And it's a kid's movie. I totally get it, but I feel like it's just a remnant of just bad writing. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, the Chipmunks are funny, you know, they're cute, and it's a charming movie, and it has a very, I will say that what saves it is its messaging of family, you know, and just about this dude who is kind of just down on his luck, and he's clearly got a problem with maintaining commitment and you know, just giving his all to things, you know, like that are around him personally. And so the Chipmunks are, you know, just kind of serve to heal that part of him, which is very, very cute and very charming, and it's very Christmassy, which is, I mean, it's a movie that like it's Christmas oriented, like, as in not Christmas oriented. It's set around Christmas time, and there are things that happen in the movie that are very Christmassy or whatnot, but it doesn't feel like it is. It doesn't like rub it in. And yet again, I'm saying this with the whole thing of the part, like the biggest song in the movie is, well, I wouldn't say the biggest. I think I think the Chipmunks, the songs that are in the movie get equal kind of care and I guess, just time spent to them. But obviously the Chipmunks, the original Alvin and the Chipmunks from the 1950s, are known for the Chipmunk song, which is a Christmas song. It's a fantastic Christmas song. It's probably my second favorite Christmas song. But not probably, it is. You gotta be confident. But yeah, so that song is in the movie, but it's not the biggest, like, it's not like that's like, you know, like a huge focus in the movie or anything like that. It's just the first one that you kind of hear, sort of. And it's like the, you know, and then it goes into Witch Doctor, which is they remake it for this movie. There was an original song, the original Witch Doctor, of course, from the 50s, or early 60s, I'm not sure. But yeah, so they do a little bit of that, but it doesn't still feel like a Christmas film. Like, it really doesn't. It feels like a movie that could have come out in the summer. Even though, of course, it has themes of family and just innocence and cuteness and children's movie. Like, it has all the hallmarks of a Christmas movie, but it still doesn't feel that way. It doesn't rub it in, you know, like really. I guess the only thing that rubs it in is just that its themes of family, right? And togetherness and all that. But at the same time, I feel like it's sort of a movie that in general would have those themes, regardless of Christmas time or not. Yeah, it's got David Cross in it, and it's got this dude that ended up being in a sitcom or something afterwards, in a TV series. I don't think his career really sprung off after that. But the love interest in the film is she's great. She's great. I mean, she was doing her best. I will say that. But I will say I'm spoiling the hell out of this movie, but I mean the movie came out in 2009 or something. which was when Michael Jackson died. But yeah, it came out in 2009. So it's been a while, okay? Like if you haven't watched it, it's your fault. But yeah, like the love interest, so they don't get together at the very end. I don't think so. Like the real driver of the movie is the Dave Seville, the main character, you know, kind of reuniting with these chipmunks because they had a fallout or whatever, right? And so that's really what matters. And the love interest, like you suspect, okay, it'll probably be in the next movie or later or whatnot. But I do like how they set it up. Like these two people were separated, they had their problems, and Dave is still sort of into her, but he's clearly still a mess. But then she eventually kind of, you know, warms up to him again as a friend, like really. And then that's it. I mean, you don't really see them get back together or anything, you know, which I love. I love that. I love that the film didn't need for it to be like, yeah, we got to put the love interest back into Dave's life, you know, like, because this is a movie and it has to end this way. So that's what you know, as much as it has kind of bad writing in some instances, it does have, you know, a very mature end, you know, so it does have mature writing here and there. And of course, the theme, of course, of togetherness and family and all that is pretty mature in its own right for a children's movie. But yeah, it's interesting. And then I just went off in this whole just kind of, fascination with the chipmunk noise and the effect. Obviously, you know, at least in contemporary times, it was popularized by Kanye West. But obviously before that, you know, it was Dave Seville, or at least, I don't know, was it Dave Seville or was it that's not the name of the creator. I don't even know. I think Dave Seville is a fictitious character that the creator created. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong on this. Let me see. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Obviously Alvin and the Chipmunks is the band, the artist. Alvin and the Chipmunks, originally David Seville and the Chipmunks, or simply the Chipmunks, are an American animated virtual band and media franchise first created by Ross Bagdasarian. Ross Bagdasarian. There we go. That's interesting. And his stage name was David Seville. That's where it is. Oh my God, he died at 50 years old. That's really bad. That's awful. But this is interesting. Like the fact that he the fact that he thought of a virtual band is like crazy, you know, that like this, and then he was he was savvy with producing and tech at the time, right? And he was able to produce this chipmunk noise, although it wasn't new even when he did it. It was something that it was even in The Wizard of Oz. But you know, it was an interesting thing to put into a song, and obviously the Chipmunk song became a Billboard #1 single, which is insane. It's a beautiful song, like on its own right, honestly. But then the chipmunk noise just kind of adds this kind of really timeless aspect to the song. You know, it's not fully cemented in the past. I might make a video on this. I don't know. And it is Christmas time with the whole Alvin and the Chipmunks and whatnot. But yeah, like it's not cemented in time because of that effect. Because that effect is something that you know, even today, hip-hop artists still put that into their songs occasionally. I mean, nowadays, you don't really want to do that as much because that would be kind of a subtle ripoff to Kanye West. But, you know, this song coming out in 1958, you know, with these chipmunks, and just not only just the effect itself, but how, I guess, more difficult it was for that effect to be pulled off at the time. And then also the fact that it was a virtual band is like really cool. Like, I don't know if this was a thing at the time. I'm guessing it maybe was, and then he sort of popularized this virtual band thing. You know, because nothing really is entirely original, but maybe it is. I'm not sure. But really just interesting. And yeah, again, the virtual band aspect is awesome. And I love the banter that's at the beginning of the song. And they pay homage to that in the remake, Alvin and the Chipmunks from 2009. They do that, and it's very cute. So it's just, it's really cool. But I might make a video on that, given that it is getting to Christmas time. And I don't know, I might make a video on The Grinch as well. That was a movie that I watched last year, I believe last year. And I was like really surprised by that movie. It was, I was like, this is a very adult film. Like, as in, like, this is for children, but like, this is also very relatable to adults because, when you're a child, you are the children in that movie. And then when you grow up, you're the Grinch. So it's just brilliant. The fact that they those two elements are in that movie, with it being a children's movie, but at the same time has a lot of adult humor in it. And the Grinch character itself is basically a metaphor for an adult. So it's beautiful. So yeah, I guess I got two topics to cover throughout December. I might think of some other stuff. If you got some Christmas stuff to throw out my way in the comment section below, I might do it. There is my first pick for my favorite Christmas song is a Spanish song. It's called, let's see, Ven a mi casa esta Navidad, which means come to my house this Christmas. But I believe it's a very lyrically heavy track. So it'd be a thing where I'd have to I'd have to read the lyrics and actively translate, which would be very fun. I mean, I've never really tackled a Spanish track on my YouTube channel. I think I've done it like once talking about Does It Feel by Charlie Puth, because I related it to this other track that I love. And they're musically very similar, which is fascinating. But this was I believe 1970s track called Y Como Es Él, which is just about a song about a dude and his supposed wife or girlfriend who kind of cheated on him or whatever. But yeah, other than that, I've never really tackled, which there's so many other things that I want to tackle, like in Spanish, with Spanish music as well on this channel, from Jose Jose to like Juan Gabriel and Luis Miguel and stuff like that. Like, it's just, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and it's interesting. I don't know how the crossing of that would work, because obviously the majority of my audience probably is English only language people because I'm speaking English. So, but it'd be interesting to see how many of you speak Spanish as well and know the stuff that I'm talking about. So who knows? Just be tuned. Be tuned? No, stay tuned. Although that also doesn't make any sense, because staying tuned would mean that you would never have to leave this video, and I would be just constantly, putting myself out there on video, which is not a thing right now. I'm not getting into live streaming anytime soon. Oh God, boy, what am I doing with my life? But anyways, that was episode 49 of Chips and Talk. I might actually drop the grab a snack, let's chat. I think it's actually just cooler just by Chips and Talk. I think the whole grab a snack thing might be a little too cheesy. I don't know. You let me know. I mean, I might drop it. Who the hell knows? I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. This is a good episode. I had a fun time. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. If it's your night, have a great night. If it's your morning, have a great morning. And if it's your day, have a great day. But that's it for me. You all take care. Stay safe. And until next time, I love you. Christmas time is here. A hula hoop. All right, I'm done.